Thank you, Madam President. I rise in opposition to the confirmation of Larry Johnson. It isn't very hard to understand the issue that I've been gravely concerned about, which started when we got into session. To give you a refresher, on December 4th, I had questions about the task force appointed in regards to Natalie Finn and Sabrina Ray. I never got a response from the chair of the Oversight Committee in this chamber. I was contacted a number of times by the media, who was doing an investigative report, who contacted the department and didn't receive a response. The chair of the Oversight Committee didn't respond. And so I chose to rise on February 4th and raise the same issue. At that point, I didn't receive a response from the chair of the Oversight Committee. I didn't get any communication from the department or anyone in regards to the issue. On March 4th, I still hadn't received a response from the chair of the Oversight Committee. I had not received a comment from the department in regards to the task force that was appointed through the courts to monitor and to make recommendations to improve the foster care adoption process and the oversight. I received my first communication from the department, Mr. Johnson, on the 17th of March, the very first communication. What really disappoints me was that from that point till I believe last Friday, or maybe the Friday before, I met with the HHS director and members of his department. I was informed that they had restructured the task force months ago, months, and that they were meeting monthly. There was no notification to me. There was no notification to this body, or if there was, it was not communicated to me as the ranking member of Oversight. Senator Gruenhagen, to this day, has not responded to my request for an oversight hearing to understand what they've done. The original task force was never told that they basically were disbanded. And so for 2 years, they sat in limbo. But the most concerning part of it all was the denial by the department that they knew nothing about what was going on in this chamber, what my request was to Senator Gruenhagen. They didn't hear it in the media. Their lobbyist, obviously, who's in this building, did not pick up on it. None of you who could have contacted the director and told him of my concern and my request chose not to. If we could have had the oversight in February, where HHS, under the direction of Mr. Johnson, would have explained that they had restructured the task force and had taken it to a higher level of expertise, I wouldn't be here today objecting to this nomination. I said then, and I'll say now, those kids in foster care are our kids, and we should take more responsibility because they're taken by the state and entrusted in our care. And when we put them in foster care or adoption, we should make sure we have done the best that we can for these kids who have suffered in their original environment. This could have been avoided by a simple response from the chair of the oversight. Out of respect to me as the ranking member. Now, I don't know if Senator Gruenhagen knew that they restructured this task force that was ordered by the court. Because if he did, if he knew, that should have been relayed to me. And I wouldn't have had to get up again and again. So it's nobody's fault, but the Oversight Committee that did not meet, did not respond, and the department director who responded to me on March 17th. That's a shame. That's a neglect to the children that we're entrusted to take care of. And for that reason, I am opposing this confirmation that could have been avoided by a simple response out of respect from the chair of the Oversight Committee. But for the department to deny that they knew that there was any concern by me after it had been on television multiple times is unacceptable. I would ask that we not confirm Larry Johnson as the director of HHS.